Okay, beautiful Mupani wood. Pack them all nicely. That round one is something else. I took 4 bags and we were packing them, and this is what was left over. Anyway, we're doing Wagyu hamburger patties today and looking at a knife. G'day world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we're looking at this thing, Rough Rider turquoise, no not turquoise, tortoise shell, imitation shell with black liners. Okay, this is two firsts for me. It's my first tortoise shell, and it's also my first peanut. Okay, so I've never bought peanut. Well, I've showed you peanuts before, but not from Rough Rider. And I've never had tortoise shell, except spectacles I used to wear when I was standard 8, which is grade 10 today. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so first. Now, then, just quick update. I love this thing. This whole Shimok thing is growing on me quite a lot, and it's getting cooler. I know you can wear them for dust and whatnot and all kinds of magical things, but I'm just actually putting it around my neck and around me and around my head at night, and I love it. Anyway, so I decided to get another one. Now, this is another tactical Shimok Grenade 00... Oh, OD Black. Yeah, I'm struggling today. I'm not sure why. Anyway, looks like this. And we have grenades on the back. How cool is that? Anyway, yes, I'm warming up the whole Shimok thing. Then, this tortoiseshell Rough Rider. Now, like I said, it's a little peanut. Let me just get a finger in there. Beautiful box, beautiful cutout. Magnetic closing as always. And it's just a wonderful little thing. Now this is, look at that, see what it is. I'm not wearing my spectacles. Okay. And I really like these guys. Let's see if we can show you a bit better. Okay, that side. We have the beautiful tortoise shell. That makes me very happy. And then the colors on this thing is pretty awesome. Okay. On this side, it also looks like that, but my lights are a bit too harsh to really show you. Okay, beautiful. Then we don't have any R's. We have beautiful bolsters, little pinch over there, 2 threads on the sides. Lovely. Now I know people, Tobias Gibson from Knife Chats with Tobias, he buys peanuts in all of the different series so that you have like an example of all of them, which is fantastic. Now, I like small knives, but these are very small. Still very useful, and you can do everything that you do with your EDC things, no problem. Do you see there's no gaps or anything? But they are just a bit small for me. Okay, so let's just see how close I can get to this thing to show you that beautiful shield. I love that little tortoise shell. I love the coloring on these guys. Fantastic. Okay, now I know there's a complaint that because they have black liners, do you see the black liners at the back? Okay, because they have black liners, you can't really see all of the tortoise shelly awesomeness. Let me just get that box again. That is what they say, right? Imitation tortoise shell with black liners. Okay, so the black is like kind of interfering with the thing shine through because it is imitation, so you can't see everything. Anyway, on this thing we have a beautiful little clip blade. Nice. So let's just get sizes on this. Blade length 2 inches, overall almost 5 in centimeters. Blade length pretty much 5 centimeters and a bit more than 12 centimeters overall. So it's still a functional and useful size, but it is very small, maybe for a little 5th pocket carry. Anyway, we have a shallow hollow grind going on over here. We see the code over there and China and 440. What does that say? Is this 440B on this guy? I think so. Nice little walk and talk on it. And then the other blade we have is like a little what's this? It's a little pen blade, but a skinny little pen blade. It almost looks like a little clip blade also, or maybe a little drop point. But anyway, very nice little small blade, and this thing is a little scalpel. So if you are looking for something smaller, something non-threatening, beautiful walk and talk, or just an example of all of the different Rough Rider styles or series you can find, this thing is a marvelous little thing to have. Let's put it like that. You see? So it's not super teeny tiny, but it is quite small. You can get 3 fingers on here. There's a lot of 3-finger knives out there with way less functional blades than these guys. So there we go. A little peanut, little tortoiseshell. I love the tortoiseshell. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get more of that. And I already have another peanut, which I will show you on a different day. But wonderful little knife. Okay, so today we are for the first time ever doing Wagyu beef patties, which is pretty much a waste because my kids will most likely eat it with tomato sauce on a cheese bun just like that. But either way, we're doing that. And I think we're doing a few those thick bacons like brie bacon. We're going to do that. So if you want to see that, please follow along. All of you stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye. Oh, before you go away, 2 updates. First, Aldo is still at Huntex, Pickled Steel, still at Huntex. All kinds of new knives, things we haven't seen before, new launches, all kinds of excitement. Go watch that or go there and see that. And then it's today should be over by now. If it's not, it's gonna end in an hour or 2 or whatnot. And then on Sunday they are going again. And then also Niels van der Berg, Knife Makers Guild of South Africa. The guy is a legend. Anyway, he is also a ABS Mastersmith. Okay, Mastersmith, not journeyman or any of those things. He's like legit hammer banging marvelousness. Anyway, he's got I think it's 3 upcoming knife forging, what do you call those things, like where you teach people how to do it, courses in America now sometime. I'm not sure on all the arrangements and things. Go Google Black Dragon Forge and check what he's up to. But anyway, Pops Knife Makers or Knife Supplies is hosting him. So check that out if you are in America and you want to go see or learn how to actually forge your own knife. Okay, now I'm gonna braai. Okay, on a cold, cloudy day, well, cool, cloudy day, our fire is looking great. Okay, added my grill to the fire. This looks lovely. Okay, and this is what we're making today. Silent Valley Wagyu signature range patties. We have 4 of these and some beautiful thick braai bacon. Delicious. Okay, to free our stuff from their little packages, I have my pickled steels and tofu. And I'm just quickly going to cut them and throw them on the fire. Okay, my patties are on the extreme heat and my braai bacon is on the side. Hopefully we won't get flames too quickly, although Wagyu is quite flamey. Okay, as I said, extremely flamey. Because these things are pretty much fat. Okay, flamey. So they are on the side. And I moved my pork a bit closer to the middle. Flamey. It's like a magic trick. Excuse the small aircraft. We live close to an airport with small aircraft. Okay, Wagyu is definitely not a very braai friendly meat. We had the same thing when we were doing steak. But anyway, they are looking pretty good. The pork still has to crisp up a bit. And then we're ready to eat. All of you stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye.